I'm Will Hunter, and you're watching Fake Leaf coverage on the Fake Sports Network. Welcome back, Fake Sports fans. Well, our Leafs win streak goes up to 3 games after a dominant win over the Washington Capitals. Now we head out to St. Louis to face the Eagles. So let's have a look at the lineups and then get into the game. Playing for the Eagles on the first line is Rick Nash, Sebastian Aho, and Igor Chinnikov. On the second line, Brandon Hagel, Silap Sr., and Milan Hayduk. On the third line, Dick Duff, Yakov Trenin, and Morgan Geekie. And on the fourth lines, Lucas Reichel, Jimmy Carson, and Tero Kovisto. On defense on the first pair is Phil Housley with Darren Radish. On the second pair is Alexander Romanov with Jonathan Kovacevic. And on the third pair, Daniel Niemanen with Lee Foglin. Starting the net is Pekka Renning with Jeremy Swayman backing up. And their scratch players tonight are Vedi Vasanen and Yvonne Labert. Bad news for the Leafs as Lanny McDonald was injured last game. He's out for about 10 days. So playing for the Leafs on the first line is Zach Hyman, Eric Lindros, and Peter Bondra. On the second line, Brock Nelson, Bobby Clark, and Mark Parrish. On the third lines, Alexander Burrows, Scott Lawton, and Glenn Murray. And on the fourth lines, Philip Kurashev, Jonathan Taves, and Marcus Johansson. On defense on the first pair is Josh Morrissey with Adam Foote. On the second pair, Ivan Provorov with Tyler Myers. And on the third pair is Yusuf Valimaki with Corey Sarich. Starting the net is Archer Seeloff with Dominik Hasek backing up. And their scratch players tonight are Randy Hiller, Lanny McDonald, and Sean Bodine.
Hey, you know who loves being at home? Everybody. Hi, everybody. Welcome to EA Sports. I'm James Cebulski, and it's an electric crowd here to cheer on the team back on the ice tonight. And we are about set to drop the puck on this one. The Leafs get off to a good start as they win the opening faceoff. Scrum along the boards as they battle for the puck. Takes the feed in the middle of the ice. And he makes a save there. The Leafs gain control of the puck against the wall. Gets it over to Lindros. And that's picked off in the neutral zone by Nash. Comes up with a stop. Lindros takes the puck. St. Louis has it near the wall. Takes the feed. Can't keep a hold of it as he's jostled off the puck. Steps inside. Shakes off the defender with some nifty moves. Takes a shot. Denied by the goaltender.
I'd say he has some fast twitch muscle fiber in there because I'm telling you, he makes that save. I thought that was going in, but he just reacts and keeps it out of the net.
St. Louis plays it against the boards. Picked up along the wall by Duff. Play whistle dead. Penalty coming up. Foots off to the box, holding the call.
I used to cut the palms out of my gloves so I could hold, but anytime you're a step behind and you reach with one hand, you're going to the box.
Guys, we know this power play has struggled finding their identity, but practice makes perfect here, and we know they've been working hard on this. It's the first power play of the game. Let's see if the efforts will pay off here.
Gets it out of his own end. And he takes the feed. St. Louis moves ahead with the puck. Grabs control of it at the point. Toronto's going to be able to kill a few seconds off now with the puck. Taken by Lawton. Cutting to the front of the net. Huge save on the play. Oh my goodness, wow.
Absolutely incredible that he could extend himself like that, James, to be able to get onto that puck. Incredible save. Really want to look look at this last save again, James, because this is about taking it to the next level. When you have this level of competitiveness, athleticism, and desperation and urgency in your game, you know that goaltending coach, they can't just teach this. This is instinctual, and this is what winners are made of.
They'll get set to drop the puck as this power play continues. Toronto's won the draw. An attempt to clear the puck from deep inside his own end. And they get the puck out of the zone, and that's a break for the squad.
Oh, yeah, this PK unit, they're out there for a reason, James. You have to be able to clear the puck, and it's easier said than done, but they make no mistake this time.
Moves the puck along the half wall. Oh, he gets a blocker on it. What a stop by Rene. Moves it quickly over to Kiki. And now it's grabbed by Nash. Trying to get it out. Man advantage is up. Both teams back to even strength.
Well, being on a power play is a privilege, James. Trust me, I know. I was never on it. When you get out there, you have to have some urgency and find a way to get it to the middle of the ice and get some opportunities on net. There was none of that.
Passes it to Foot. Picking up some steam at center ice. Takes the feed. That's gloved by Rene. Ref blows the whistle as the puck's covered up. Inching closer to the midway mark of this period. We're still scoreless. Off the face-off, they take the puck. Into the offensive zone down the right wing. Toronto's got control of it now from their own end. Along the side, here they come through the neutral zone. Up along the wing. Feeds it over. Turned aside with a glove.
You see goaltenders working with traffic and practice all of the time, and the goaltender is able to find this because he's dialed in, his eyes are on the puck, and he doesn't lose sight of it.
Puck possession so critical. Another face-off coming up here. And they win the draw on their own end. Quick pass to Lindros. Along the half wall with the puck. With authority.
In order to dictate the tempo of the game right at the onset of it, you want to make your opponent think and hear you coming, and that's what he does with that first hit.
Quick feed to Lindros. The Leafs move to the offensive zone. And skilled use of the stick to poke the puck away. And that one's picked off in the neutral zone. St. Louis on the attack. Feeds it down low. Can't keep a hold of the puck after that play. Scooped up along the wall by Lindros. St. Louis will play it from behind the net. Takes the feed at center and moves up ahead. The Eagles take it along the wall. And they continue to fight for that puck along the wall. Oh, denies them with the paddle save.
Now the shooter's going to run out of real estate because he does a great job of getting out of top of the crease and taking away all the room. When you make yourself as big as possible, there's less holes in the net.
Hammers a shot! And that won't go as it hits one of his own teammates in front. Neiman and stick handling in his own zone. Toronto's got the puck. On the attack, they come down the right wing. And he stops that cannon there. Wow!
Let's have a look at that last hit. I mean, that was absolutely huge, James. You know that this is a momentum changer. You can see the bench erupt with that one.
Well past the midway mark of this period. Still no score in this one. Brennan's quick stick off the draw wins possession. And we get a whistle as the goaltender decides to hang on to this one. Puck ready to drop here any moment to get things underway again. And they win the defensive zone faceoff. Sends it in on the attack. Feeds the puck to Morrissey. We got a whistle. Penalty coming up. Murray's getting 2 for interference here. He's off to the box.
Well, this is going to be an interference call. I've done this so many times in my career, James, but you can't slow your opponent when they don't.
That was a
have
cheap
the
call.
puck. All day long, get to the box.
Barely even touched him.
So power play number 2 coming up right now. Hopefully they can get something going here and move in the right direction.
Sebastian Aho with the tip in.
And it's so important when you're on the power play to have precise execution of your passes and you're able to move the covers. That's exactly what they did, and they're able to convert. I love the way he gets to position here, James, and makes himself available to get a stick on that shot. I mean, to redirect and deflect that puck, it's not easy. Sometimes your body's taken, but when your hands are free and your stick's free, that can happen.
The Eagles are on the board here, and they have the game's first goal in the back half of period number 1.
Well, you can really see that they bought into what the coach said pregame, James, about being patient, trying to capitalize on their opportunities, and they do it late in the opening frame.
Toronto's got the puck along the wall. Oh, what a chance! He came so close to putting it in.
James, I thought he had that one. If he continues to get to the net with that quick release shot, he's going to convert at some point in this game.
Stretch pass. Here's a short pass to Nash. That's just a great heads-up read at center ice. St. Louis has it against the half wall. Slides it across. And that's blocked in traffic. The Leafs have it now. The Eagles get a hold of the puck in the open ice. The Leafs look to start the transition game. Through the neutral zone now, picking up steam. St. Louis takes possession along the wall. Puck scooped up by Foot. The Leafs will play from the defensive zone. Delayed penalty coming up here. There's the whistle, and here's the call. Reichel's been flagged for cross-checking.
Well, this is a critical juncture of the game. You've got the 1-goal lead, and now you take a penalty. The PK unit has to be the task and kill this off.
Yeah, guys, this power play is ranked top 10 in the league, and you don't want them to start off on the right foot here, but as we go into their first one of the game, if they get a chance, they might capitalize on it.
St. Louis plays it along the boards. Sent into the offensive zone. Toronto's got a hold of the puck now. The Leafs take it across the blue line. On their heels, trying to clear. And that's out of the zone. Grabs the puck and moves on out here at this man advantage. There's the whistle. Let's get the call from the officials. Duff's mugging of the player pretty cut and dry on this one, holding the call.
Well, the coach isn't going to be happy with this penalty. You have a 1-goal lead, and now you find yourself back on your heels, and the penalty kill has to come out and do a job.
The Leafs roll out their man advantage unit, and they've got lots of time with this 5-on-3.
Well, a timely power play at this juncture of the game, James, to even it up. This is huge for this power play. Your big stars, they need to shine.
And a tenacious effort pays off as he comes up with it. Couldn't catch up to that pass. Toronto's got it along the wall. From the back of the cage with the puck. Moves it to Clark. And a nice takeaway in the defensive end by Nieminen. The Leafs get a hold of the puck along the boards. And now it's to Clark. Intercepts the pass.
The Eagles are in a tight game. They've got to start making good on all those interceptions where they've been great spots and finding ways to get the puck. Doing a great job defensively, but they've got to convert. Aho's playing with such confidence right now, and he's got this point streak going. And when that's happening for you, you're having a ton of fun putting up the points.
Here in the late goings of the period, 1-0 is where we sit at this point. Feeds it to Housley. Reichel's penalty has expired, but they remain shorthanded as he joins the kill. And it's kicked away. The Leafs are in transition. Sends it out front. Oh, and they couldn't complete that. Oh, how about that stepping up?
Get out the ice packs, hey, James? That's what you got to do if you want to compete for a PK spot. He does exactly that, and he takes away the shot threat.
And both centers glide into the dot as a face-off set to resume. Sneaks away with the puck after he was tangled up on the draw. Toronto's looking to break out of their own end. Loses possession after he takes a little hit. Oh, he'll feel that one. Dumps it in. St. Louis takes hold of the puck. From the defensive zone, they move the puck around. Through center. Moved up ahead here in the neutral zone. Oh, one of his teammates is right in the shooting lane there. Big time stop there. There's the end of period number one. Both teams will grab a quick breather. You can grab a hot dog, and we'll be back with second period action in moments.
Well, penalties cost us early. Now we're down a goal. Let's hope we can tie it up in the second.
A clean sheet of ice beckons, and period number two set to get underway. The second stanza is underway as the puck is dropped. Let's go. All right, Pounder, put your analyst hat on here. We've played already a period. What do you make of this one?
Toronto's coaches aren't going to like the possession numbers here, James. Sometimes it doesn't match the eye test, but tonight it does.
Lots of time left in this period. St. Louis has the 1-0 lead. Can they take advantage after winning that draw? Shot deflected! Nice save off the tender's pad. Good defensive stop with the poke check. Works it across to Housley. Big hit along the boards, and those walls are rattling.
When you're along the wall, you got to have your head up. You better be good in small spaces, and you can't get out of the way of this thunderous hit, though, because it was lined up perfectly here, James. He knew exactly what he was going to do, and he finished right through the wall.
Hey, dump it in and get off for a breather. The Leafs gain control of the puck. Takes the pass. St. Louis takes possession of the neutral zone. Tries to dangle and the puck skips away.
Nash has tried a great move there. We all know what great hands he is in tight, trying to create some space, but it bobbles off the stick and he lost possession.
The Eagles gain control of the puck against the wall. Here's the clearing attempt. Oh, we'll get some tired defenders as icing is the call. Official signals for the players to get into position, and we're about ready to drop the puck. And they take possession off the draw here in their own end.
Well, there was certainly pressure on the center to win this draw, coming off of an icing where everyone's tired. When you get the win, you get out of your zone.
Takes it to the front. Oh, stick save and a beaut. Renee's going to give everyone a chance to breathe and hang on to the puck. Toronto's put a lot of pucks on net. Now they just need to put one past the goaltender, still trailing in the second. St. Louis has won the defensive zone draw. Slides the puck over. Quick pass to Kiki. And he's knocked off the puck there. Slides the puck across to Myers. Moves it quickly over to Nelson. Oh, he blocked him!
Oh, that's gotta feel terrible. Wait a second, James. I believe there's gonna be a call right there. An infraction happens.
Penalty coming up here. Clark's going off for a pair for cross-checking.
You're trailing by one and you take a penalty, not the way to get back in the game. They scored earlier on the power play, James, and it was simple, but it was effective. Why? Because they know the personnel, they know the strengths of their team, and guess what? It's all on the blue line and the way they shoot the puck. And it is hard and it is heavy, but it's about getting the screen in front. Whether it's a flash screen, whether it's a double stack, doesn't matter. They just got to get there and take away the eyes of the goaltender.
And that's picked off in the neutral zone by Taves. Dumps the puck in. Good, solid check, and he loses control of it. Fires it on net, and that carries off one of his teammates in front. Oh, they telegraph the pass, and he picks it off.
St. Louis has been so... Oh, well, there's going to be a call on that one, James.
We got a stoppage. Let's get the call. The Leafs have been handed a 2-minute penalty for tripping.
When I played, I was a PKer here, James, and you know when you jump the boards that you're out there to do a job. It is your role to make sure you stymie that offense and you get your team back to even.
St. Louis has a 5-on-3, a chance to open it up.
5-on-3, so much ice available, you can't overthink it, but you have to have the ability to move the puck. Know which side you want to be on, onside, offside for the one-timer, but you have to make the drive to the net.
And we'll get the whistle after the goaltender hangs on. Burrows is ready for the face-off as they'll continue to kill off this penalty. The Eagles take possession off the face-off. A chance for the one-timer! And a great save! And they'll get a breather as the goaltender covers it up. Big offensive zone face-off coming up here. Opportunity knocking for this power play unit here, Cheryl.
James, they've got to take advantage of the extra player right now. I mean, the goaltender is extremely fatigued. They've got to look to attack downhill. They got to get that puck to the net in a hurry.
And that was read perfectly. What a play by Foot. A chance! Renee's going to elect to just hang on for a whistle.
Well, he hasn't been busy, James, and I like that he landed on this one. He's physically engaging, keeping himself in it.
Burrow's hoping for some puck luck here on this face-off as they continue to play shorthanded. Pass back to the point. And he takes the pass. And there's a glove save on the play. Clark's out of the sin bin and joins the penalty kill here. Shot! That's turned aside for the blocker. Silos hangs on to the puck to stop the play. Can they capitalize on this power play? Here comes the face-off. Offensive zone face-off, and he wins the draw. Denies him! He got all of it! Trying to clear the puck from his own end. And it stays in! Puck picked up by Taves. Angles it over to Revich. Off the outside of the iron, and will play on.
St. Louis looking to extend their lead, but the post gets in the way. Listen, that's a tough one to take, but I really like their game overall, James. They've been aggressive on it. They funneled pucks towards the net. Most importantly, they haven't got down on themselves. They played with a lot of confidence tonight.
Face-off coming up, and Cheryl, a critical one at that for both sides here.
Well, you know that the goaltender is extremely fatigued, and just look at the last shift. I mean, in their own zone, finding ways to get the puck out, and of course, the opponent just owning play, hemming them in, and finding ways to get the puck to the net. So they got to continue that pressure. And if you're on the goaltender side, you got to make sure you get it out of the zone and give him some rest.
Quick feed to Hyman. Takes a shot, turns it away.
This is a fantastic save, James. He's all over it. What I mean by that is he knows exactly where it is and where it's moving. A reason why he can get square to it and make the save. Rene has made an incredible save there. Not sure how he kept that out of the net. Just really athletic. I mean, you have to be acrobatic to be able to get to the top of your crease like that. But he read it perfectly to be able to make the save and keep it at bay.
Past the midway mark in this period. We've got a 1-0 hockey game thus far. St. Louis wins the faceoff. Romanov's taking it from his own end. And uses the length of his stick to knock that puck away. Toronto's gained the line and into the zone. Answers the call with a big save. The Eagles have it now. And that's picked up by Valimaki. Takes the puck at the point. Here he is on the tip. Fantastic save.
Just a fantastic save through traffic here, James. And this is why goaltenders practice all the time, tracking and with players net front. You got to be able to find the puck at a moment's opportunity, and he finds it and makes the save.
On the attack into the offensive end, right up the gut. And that's deflected. Lund's got it along the wing. Tremendous block on the play.
Well, and the bench really erupts on that one because otherwise it would have been in the back of the net.
St. Louis gains the zone and on the attack. Oh, and he whiffs. Taken along the wall by Clark. Johansson's got the puck. Puts it off the post.
Toronto's been working hard, and they're still in a game here. Yes, they hit the pipe and it went out, but they're still in a game. They have to fight right to the end.
Slides it diagonally to Kurashev. Great pressure to force the turnover by Reichel.
St. Louis is generating momentum off of the turnovers and the interceptions that they're creating by being in good positions and utilizing their sticks. This is still a close one, though. They've got to convert if they want to win this game.
Kurashev's moving the puck through his own zone. And now it's over to Aho. Can't hang on to the puck after taking a knock. Passes it in front. And he shuts down a great scoring chance there. And tries to make a diagonal pass to Taves. That's broken up in the neutral zone. I don't think anybody was hanging on to the puck after that hit.
Clark's not happy with that last sequence. Knows he has a huge opportunity and just misses the mark and rings it off the post.
Toronto's goal scorers need to find a way to finish on some of these chances as they continue to trail here late in this middle frame. And that goes off the post and out.
St. Louis has had puck possession and generated a ton of opportunities in the offensive zone. They ring another one off the post, and this can be frustrating, but they have to stick with the game plan because they are in the lead.
Through the neutral zone, moving the puck along the side. Tries to feed it over to Lawton. Muffs the shot attempt. Carries it across the line. Long reach breaks up the momentum. And now he passes up to Lindros. Forces the turnover in the neutral zone.
Sorry, James. Didn't mean to step on your toes, but that was a massive hit, and now the play continues.
Stones him in front.
Love the way the goaltender gets tight to the shooter here. The puck's in the low slot. You want to take away time, you want to take space. Goaltender does it and makes a save.
Quick pass across to Morrissey. And another hit. The human buzzsaw is in full effect on the ice tonight here, Cheryl.
It certainly is. And if you're the opponent, man, your head's going to be on a swivel. You're going to be knowing when he's coming, and you may shy away from the puck.
Slides the puck ahead to Hyman. There it is. That's a wrap for period number 2. Both teams will get a chance to get a little breather here, and we'll come back. Third period action next.
Well, the Leafs had their chance to tie this up on the power play, but they couldn't capitalize. Let's hope they can find a way in the third to tie this up.
Welcome back, everyone. Both teams lined up at center ice, and we are ready to get this third period underway. Well, the moment of truth for both teams here as we are underway in the third. Well, with 2 periods played, Pounder, your thoughts?
The Leafs are behind in this game, James, and there's only one reason, a hot goaltender. I mean, they're creating a ton of scoring chances, a lot of room on the ice. They know when to drive the play, but they just haven't been able to solve the tendy.
Blast from the blue line. That goes off a twig. Lindros moves the puck. Oh, and some smooth skating to lose an defender there. Picked up along the wall by Lindros. Comes up with the stop.
Rene has been a perfect example of how it's quality over quantity and recognizing the key timeliness to making a big save and how it can be such an energy booster and momentum swinger for your team. I mean, he has been on point tonight. He has been dialed in, and he has really controlled his crease.
Toronto's had no shortage of offensive scoring chances, but they still trail here in this third period. Puck is dropped and he wins the draw here in the defensive zone. Over the line they come. The Leafs take possession in the defensive end. Nice zone entry from the right side. He got all of that one.
No surprise that he's laid multiple hits in this game. That's how he physically engages. He loves to lay the body and separate player from puck.
Hagel's picking up momentum through center. Gets the full use of his stick on the poke check. Moves the puck up to Johansson. Morrissey's got it in the offensive zone. St. Louis will play it from behind the net. And now they look to make something happen from the neutral zone. Toronto's got a hold of the puck now. The Eagles gain possession of the puck here in the offensive end. Toronto's looking to break out. Scoops up the puck now. Toronto's on the attack. What a collision there, and that frees up a little room. St. Louis moves it ahead. Looking to make something happen along the boards. Makes the save. Shoots it. Denies him again.
On the sequence of saves, I love how strong he is in his set positioning here, James. You can see that he gets square to the shooter, and that makes the second save easier.
The Leafs gain possession along the wall. Works it across to Murray. Intercepts the pass at center. That knocks him off the puck. Dishes it off. Makes the save and putting out the fire in front. Toronto's got it in their own zone. And a great heads-up defensive play here.
St. Louis has been so good shutting down the middle of the ice. They're anticipating the passes and they're closing quickly. And because of that, they're turning pucks over and intercepting them as well.
Moves the puck across to Hayduk. St. Louis plays it along the wing. With the blast! Blocked, and he may have just stopped a goal.
I think he did, James. I mean, you got to protect the house, especially when it's a great threat shot like that, and he finds a way to get in front of that and quick.
Shuts him down. St. Louis with possession in their own zone. Good reach for the stick to knock the puck away. And some good footwork to kick it away. The Leafs have it now. Carries it into the offensive end up the middle. St. Louis gains a hold of it. From along the walls, they're gaining momentum. Right on the doorstep. Goaltender covers up and will get a face-off.
Well, this is a timely hit here, James. He knows they're down, they're trailing in this one, but they are not out of it. So if everyone can elicit some sort of response on their next shift, they can rally the troops and they can get back in this thing.
Still lots of time left in the period. We got a 1-0 game to this point. St. Louis wins the draw. Now let's see what they can do with it. From the right side, takes the pass. Here's a feed in front, and it's blocked. Takes the puck. Angles it over to Clark. Redirected off one of his own line mates there. Long jam in front, that's broken up. Oh, here we go. This team knows how to turn it up another gear, and they have done that here. Seattle's up next, and no love lost between these two sides. A few tickets still available, I'm told, so you better get them before they're gone. Both sides getting ready for this face-off, and Cheryl, I can think of a keeper right now who would love nothing more than another minute here.
Well, he's extremely fatigued, right, James? So this is a critical juncture of the game. Here on the offensive side of the puck.
There he goes, Zach Hyman. Tired game.
You want to be able to get that puck in the offensive zone and find a way to continue to attack.
The Leafs' perseverance pays off as we are tied here in the back half of the third.
Perseverance, you said it. Just finding a way to get it done and stick with it. That's what they've done, and they found themselves here. They've got the equalizer now. It's a matter of now attacking and finding a way to get on top.
Penalty coming up as the play's blown dead. The Eagles will be forced to serve 2 minutes for cross-checking.
Well, that's a frustration penalty. I've taken many of those in my day, James. It's going to be the cross-checking penalty. Once you extend your arms, you're in trouble.
Toronto's got another opportunity here on the man advantage.
They haven't scored on the power play yet, but they have another opportunity. The key to this one, gain possession so they can set up.
The Eagles win the draw on their own end. And they'll get it out of the defensive end. The Leafs gain control of the puck. Here's a short pass to Provorov. Feeds it over to Nelson. Renee's got the puck, and we'll get a stoppage in play.
Well, and this is a huge play right here. Just recognizing the tempo of the game and being able to dictate it. He's done it all night.
Trenton's ready for the draws. They will continue to try to kill off this penalty. Nelson's won the draw, and they're on the attack. Just wide. The Eagles gain control of the puck against the wall. And they get the puck out of the danger zone. Quick shot! Scores!
Marcus Johansson on the power play.
Puts them in front.
Well, and this was a huge opportunity that they took advantage of, James. They were urgent on the puck, but they also showed poise and patience. I can't believe the time he had to walk into that one, James. He just lets it rip, slap shot, low stick side, beats the goalie clean.
Toronto's taken a one-goal lead here in period number 3.
Well, yeah, and it's a critical time here, James. They've got the go-ahead goal now. And some of the teams will say, play safe. Not me. I'm about having the puck, stay aggressive, stay on your toes, make them play on their heels.
Turned aside with a glove by Shilovs. In front of the net, and the goaltender covers up for a whistle on the play. The Leafs have been relentless in the offensive zone tonight, and they continue to lead in the third. The Eagles win the draw. Toronto's got the puck in their own end. Murray's crossed the line and is on the attack now. Glove save made by Rene. We got a whistle as the puck's frozen. Here in the back half of this period, the Leafs are hanging on to this one-goal lead. They'd love to add another. Lunge won the face-off, and now let's see what they can do. Gains control of the puck here on the blue line. Gains the zone through center. Puts it on net. Goalie with a stop. There's the whistle as the goalie hangs on. Moments away from the face-off. Let's get back to the action. Puck is dropped and we are back underway. Toronto's moving it along the wing. And now he moves it to Hyman. The Leafs will play it from the corner. Tenacious battle for the puck along the wall. Moves it to Nash. Nice feed at center, moves up ahead now. And makes the routine save. Puck is frozen and we get a stoppage in play. A big draw looming here in the offensive zone. The Leafs win the draw and they go on the attack here in the offensive zone. Trying to clear. And there's the whistle icing the call. Here in the later stages of this period, Toronto's got a slim lead. They lead it 2-1. The Leafs win the faceoff.
The pressure's on the defensive side of the puck, but they win it clean, and they have an opportunity right away with the entire group that they're playing against.
Here's a shot.
Oh, Josh Morrissey.
Wow, the opponent has no answer for them right now because they're relentless on the puck. They garnered some momentum after multiple back-to-back goals, James. They don't want to leave any breathing room and let their opponent get some life back. These types of goals create a ton of energy, James. It's not just the goal, but it's the tenacity, and it's being relentless on the puck. I mean, they're ferocious out there, the way they're hounding it, and they know that they're not giving it up for free, and this is exactly why they score. They create motion, they disrupt coverage, and then they take advantage and they drive the net. This is attack mentality at its finest.
The Leafs been going in one direction all night long, and that's to the net. And they lead it here late in this third period. And they win that draw at center. And now he tries to get it across to Kiki. From the right side, he goes to the middle of the neutral zone. Oh, how did he get a piece of that?
Seeloff's has been really focused in the crease tonight. You can tell that he's tracking the puck with ease and comfort, but his team is playing really well in front of him as well. They're gaining confidence off of his saves, and they're creating opportunities in the offensive zone.
Clark's won the draw deep in the defensive zone. Handles the puck. Right up Main Street and on the attack. And that puck leaves the zone. Toronto's through center and now in the offensive end. Quick pass to Clark. And he gets in front of that. Goaltender covers it up and we'll get a reset here. Just here in the late stages of this frame, Toronto's got a 2-goal lead. They'd love to build on it. The Leafs take possession here inside the offensive zone. Gains the zone from the right side. Passes it over. Gives them nothing in front. Through center along the wing.
Well, if you want to be out there at the end of the game, you got to make smart decisions with the puck, and that's one right there. Just electing to put the puck in deep and play safe.
St. Louis jumps into the offensive end and goes on the attack. Sends a pass over. Coming up on the final minute of regulation time. They need a goal here. They've got the extra attacker out on the ice. Comes up with the stop. The Leafs move it ahead. Chance at an empty netter here. Too much congestion blocks the shot. Aho's got it in the defensive end. Steps inside. Receives the pass. And he loses control of the puck. Fires to the empty net. Scores!
Mark Parrish with the empty netter.
Pounder, I feel like you must have had a few empty netters in your day.
Oh, yeah, the snow's on the back end. I didn't have hands, so when I scored one, listen, I celebrated. I was down and out, fist pumping everywhere, even when it was the empty net. That's a strong effort all the way around. Stingy defensively at the end of the game, and they're able to get that empty netter, and it's the dying minutes here, James. It should seal the deal.
The Leafs have had no shortage of scoring opportunities tonight, and they have capitalized, and look at the score as a result. And now he angles it across to Lindros. Grabbed along the boards by Romanov. The Leafs gain possession. The Eagles have it from their own end. Big hit. That's all she wrote from this one tonight. Well, that was about as big a belly flop as I've seen in a third period in a long time, Cheryl.
Well, listen, you're in control of the game and you come out like that, incredibly flat. The coach certainly is going to like it. They're going to be skating tomorrow.
Fun night at the rink, and for all of us here on the EA Sports team, I'm James Cebulski. Good night.
Well, the Leafs exploded in the third for 4 for their 4th win in a row. As they outshoot St. Louis 30-23, out-hit them 44-28, have more time to attack, better pass percentage. St. Louis won the faceoffs 22-21. Toronto was 1 for 3 in the power play, St. Louis was 1 for 4. For the box scores for Toronto, you had Lindros with an assist, Parrish with a goal, Foot with an assist, Johansson with a goal, Valimaki Burrows with assists, Hyman Morrissey with goals, and Nelson with an assist. Sheilov made 22 saves on 23 shots, 1 goal allowed for a .957 save percentage. For St. Louis, you had Aho with the goal, Chinnikov with the assist, and Rene made 26 saves on 29 shots, 3 goals allowed for .897 save percentage. And with the win, Toronto's record improves to 33-7 for 89 points, as they hold on to first place in the league. So remember to like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss the next game, as the Leafs head out to Phoenix to face the Coyotes.